So the topic spectrum. Spectrum. What is spectrum? Spectrum means like family of different wavelength or family of different frequency. So when we get different wavelengths or different frequency all together, we call that as a spectrum. Like when a white light, what is a white light? White light is actually a combination of violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. And as a result, when we pass this white light, so the violet bends the most as the white light in this one entering from here. So the violet bends the most and red bends the least, and split into the component. So when we get like violet color is having a different wavelength, red color is having a different wavelength, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, they all have different wavelength. So when we get a combination like different wavelengths all together, what we call that? We call that as spectrum. And different wavelength means the photons will be different. Their photons, like we have the formula E is equals to HF, or E is equals to Hc over lambda. So violet is having the highest frequency, so it will have the shortest wavelength, or it will have the highest energy as well, because energy and frequency are directly proportional. Where for red will have the shortest like frequency, highest longest wavelength, so it will have smaller amount of energy. So photon of red light will have low energy as compared to a photon of a violet. So combination of the different wavelengths is known as a spectrum, and the spectrum can be a continuous spectrum. Spectrum can be a line spectrum. What is the difference between the continuous and the line spectrum? The continuous spectrum means when we get the range of the photons coming out from the source, we call that as a continuous spectrum. Continuous does not mean it is coming out continuously. Continuous means when you get range of the photon, different photons or different energy photons in the spectrum, we call that as continuous spectrum. Example, so spectrum is divided into two main categories. One is the continuous, another one is a line. So what is the meaning of a continuous spectrum? The continuous spectrum means in the continuous spectrum you will have range of wavelength or range of frequency or the wavelength. So, or range of photon, you can also say range of different energy photons. So this is normally the molecular level. When the molecules vibrate, like example, we have helium, a tube is there which is filled with helium. Now when it vibrates, when we produce electric field, the helium atoms start to vibrate, and when they're vibrating they release energy. Like example, this helium atom released 2 joules of energy, this helium atom released 3 joules of energy, this will release example 4 joules, 5 joules, 6 joules. So what we are getting energy when we receive the energy from this source. So we will receive the energy from 2 joules to 6 joules. So when we are receiving the range of energy from the source or range of photon from the source, what we call this spectrum, we call that as a continuous spectrum. So lamps, light bulbs, they all are giving us the continuous spectrum. That's why when you switch on the lamp or the light bulb or fluorescent lamp, it is appearing to be white. White appear to be white because it give all the colors. As a result, when it is emitting out all the colors, so it appear to be white. But in case of sun is also emitting out range of energy. So while sun appear to be yellow or orange or red during a sunset, so what is the reason for that? Because that is due to scattering. It is emitting out all the wavelengths in the visible region as well as ultraviolet or N infra. But the idea, what happened when these radiation enter the Earth atmosphere, as a violet bends the most, so violet, indigo and blue, it scatter more. That's why the sky will appear to be blue in color. And the remaining radiation we receive, and majority of the radiation which we receive, are in the yellow and green region. So that's the main reason why the sun appeared to be yellow. But the continuous spectrum means when we have a range of energy from the source, we call that as a continuous. But when we have a discrete amount of energy, a fixed amount of energy from the source, so when discrete or a fixed amount of energy is released from the source, that type of spectrum is known as line spectrum. And atomic spectrum, all the atomic spectrums are line spectrum. Only fixed amount of energy will be released, and this line spectrum is divided into two categories. It can be absorption line spectrum or it can be emission line spectrum. Means, like, these are the shells. Say this is the first shell, second and third, and same way first, second and third. And we are taking example of hydrogen, which is the simplest atom in terms of electrons, so only one electron is there. So when a photon energy equal to the difference in the energy, many photons are coming, but it will only absorb that photon which is having energy equal to difference, and it will jump to higher level. That's called absorption line spectrum. And this electron after some time return back to the same level, and it will emit out that photon. We call that as emission line spectrum. So the spectrum which we obtain from the source can be absorption, can be emission. So all the atomic spectrums are line spectrum. Fixed amount of energy will be absorbed or fixed amount of energy will be released. Whereas continuous spectrum are mostly like from the source, molecular source. As the molecules are vibrating, they can give out any kind of energy, any form of any range of energy can be emitted out. We call that as continuous spectrum. So in a continuous spectrum, it means range of energy will be there, range of colors will be there. But in a line spectrum, it is a fixed amount of energy either being absorbed or released. So how it will appear in the spectrum, when we see the spectrum for continuous and the line spectrum, so this is how it appears. So when we light up the bulb, a bulb is emitting out range of energies. It is giving all the colors. That's why we see all the colors. We see red, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. So all colors are there. We call that as a continuous. And example, if there is a hot gas in which mostly atoms are excited. So when atoms are excited means they already have enough energy. Now what will happen? These atoms excited means electrons are in the higher level. So when electrons are in the higher level, when these electrons jump back, they will release a photon, but they will not release all the colors. They will give a specific amount of energy. That's why you can see a specific amount of strips or colors we can see, but not the full range. So this is what absorption line spectrum or emission line spectrum. This is what absorption or emission. That is right, it is an emission because it is emitting out, electrons are jumping back. But what about the absorption light spectrum? Like you have a cold gas, cold gaseous atoms are there, and we supply continuous energy. Like continuous energy here means we supply all the energy, but only fixed amount of energy will be absorbed, and that will be missing. Why that fixed amount is absorbed? Not all, because electrons, they need a fixed amount of energy to jump from one shell to another. So if the energy with these electron absorb, a specific amount of energy they absorb, and that part will be missing, and we call that as absorption line spectrum. So continuous spectrum means all the radiation, all the wavelengths are there. Absorption line spectrum, fixed amount of energy being absorbed. And emission line spectrum, fixed amount of energy will be emitted out. Is it clear the difference between continuous and the line spectrum and the two types of the line spectrum? So both are the line spectrums, but only difference, one is absorption, another one is emission. Then if we want to calculate the radiation flux, the radiation flux refers to how much power is coming on unit area every second. That is called a radiation flux. So power coming on a unit area every second, that's also called a brightness flux, or it can be denoted by I. The intensity of a light, also known as a bright, right, decided by the flux. So flux, we say F is equals to power divided by area. So power coming on unit area is known as radiation flux. So, and the radiation should be perpendicular to the surface, 90 degree to the surface. So you can say radiation flux, or you can say intensity. So radiation flux or radiation intensity, the definition, it is power, or you can say energy coming on unit area in 1 second perpendicular to the surface. So energy coming on unit area in 1 second, and that is perpendicular to the surface, we call that as the radiation flux. So example, this is a surface. How much energy, if it is making angle, we have to take a component. So how much energy is coming on a specific area, unit area. Like example, so this is 2 meter square area. The energy which was coming is 10 joules and the time in 5 seconds. I want to calculate a radiation flux. So how much energy coming on unit area? So energy divided by area, that is energy per unit area per second. So divided by time, and what it will give? It will give us the flux, or we can also say intensity. You can write I, you can say I is equals to this formula, or F. So this will be 10 divided by 2 divided by 5. So it means this is 10 divided by 10 and it is 1. So what is the unit of the flux? The unit of the flux or intensity is watt per meter square. Why? Because energy divided by time is power. So we can say the flux is equals to power divided by area, and power, the unit of the power is watts and the unit of area is meter square. So it is watt per meter square. So how much energy coming on a unit area every second is known as radiation flux or radiation intensity. If we want to calculate a radiation flux of a lamp or a bulb, because radiation flux is always calculated for area, let's say this is a bulb or a lamp, and I want to calculate a radiation flux at point P, or say a point A, and that point A is at a distance D, or here D, this is not a diameter, this is a distance. But when we calculate it, and I know the power of the lamp, I know this power of the lamp is P. So when we want to calculate a radiation flux, we cannot calculate a radiation flux at one point. So we will always calculate a radiation flux for area. So when we take all the points which are at a distance of D away from this, so what it will make? It will make a sphere. So as a result, when it will make a sphere, now when we calculate the radiation flux or intensity, so flux is power divided by area, And because it is a sphere, so what is the area of the sphere? It is equals to 4 pi r square. So we can say power divided by 4 pi d square. Remember, this d is not a diameter, this d is a distance between the source and the surface. So that is the radius or the distance, that's why it is denoted as d. So flux is power acting on unit area, but when we have a spherical object, when we have like a sphere is there, a source is tiny or small, then we use this formula, that radiation flux or radiation intensity is power divided by 4 pi d square, and where d is the distance between the source and the observer. Is it clear, this formula, how to calculate the radiation flux for a source which is far away from us? So this was all about the spectrum and the radiation flux. Next session, we will do questions related to the spectrum and radiation flux. Any question or a doubt related to the class today?